Good day, grade 5. Are you ready to learn today? So we are now in quarter 4, self-learning module 5. The continuous weathering leads to soil formation. I am your science teacher, Mrs. Sherry S. Basinio. After going through this self-learning module, you are expected to describe how rocks turn into soil, infer that continuous weathering leads to soil formation, and recognize the usefulness of soil. When rocks are broken, their pieces do not stay in one place. Some rock fragments become part of the soil. Others are transferred from one place to another. Soil is loose mineral and organic material. Is about half minerals, half open space, all within the top few centimeters of the surface. Soil is mixture of rock, particles, minerals, decayed organic material, air, and water. Is often mixed with organic material, sometimes called humus. Humus is all the organic stuff. Basically, is an accumulation of decayed matter, such as plants and animals. If you have ever made compost, you are making humus. How continuous weathering leads to soil formation? The weathering of rocks on the Earth's surface results in the formation of soil. Soil is formed when rocks are continuously broken down by weathering. As rocks weather, they break into smaller pieces. These pieces are broken down into even smaller pieces to form soil. Both mechanical and chemical weathering play an important role in soil formation. These processes will transform the boulder into particles of sands, silt, and clays. Soil formation is due to the filtration of water and weathering. This water leakage is what dissolves rock in the soil. As water seeps downwards, it breaks down material. Eventually, you get a set of soil layers. These soil layers are dependent on how far down water seeps into the ground and the amount of weathering. First, we have climate. Climate, temperature, and water affect how fast chemical weathering occurs. Moist regions experience more chemical weathering because water affects the abundance of chemical reactions. In addition, both temperature and its rate of change are critical in weathering. Again, chemical reactions tend to occur more rapidly when temperatures are higher, especially in moist areas. Second, organic matter. As plants die, small organisms break down and decay material into organic matter. During this process, bacteria and plants produce a type of acid. This acid is a big contributor to the breakdown of soil particles. Next, soil with organic material is most important for humans because it supports plant biomass and agricultural crops. This is the topsoil, which takes hundreds of thousands of years to form. Third, parent material. Soils are derived from its parent material. For example, feldspars go through a chemical process which converts it into clay. But if you have granite with feldspar, it could develop into clay and sand. As mentioned earlier, soils can develop from bedrock in one place, but they can also be transported. For example, glaciers, water, and wind can move and erode material. Fourth, terrain. The aspect that a hill faces influences the amount of sunlight it receives. If there is more sunlight, it changes the amount of available water. If the base of a landform, thicker soils tend to form. Gravity moves water downward, which is where water accumulates. Overall, it's terrain that affects water availability. Finally, all these factors take a long period of time to make a noticeable difference. Soils take thousands of years to form. In general, the longer racks have the chance to weather. It will result in finer particle sizes. But the reality is that our environment is constantly in flux. Soil formation factors such as water, organisms, and leaf are never a constant. Okay, so let's watch this a short.
Our topic for today is soil formation. Soil is formed by the combination of physical, chemical and biological processes in which huge rocks are broken down into smaller particles over a long period of time. Rocks undergo a process of expansion and contraction in which they expand during the day and contract during the night due to the constant rise and fall in temperature. However, not all parts of a rock undergo expansion and contraction at the same rate, resulting in the formation of cracks. Gradually, these cracks cause the rocks to break down into smaller pieces. With time, these smaller pieces convert into particles and form soil. Water plays an important role in soil formation. Water that gets collected in the cracks of rocks sometimes freezes, which helps in widening the cracks. Also, flowing river water helps in the wearing down of rocks over time, which results in the formation of soil. Strong blowing winds also rub against rocks and help in wearing them down. Lastly, some living organisms like lichens that grow on rock surfaces release certain substances that cause rock surfaces to powder down and form a thin layer of soil.